In this video, we're going to create weighted averages. A weighted average differs from an average in that a weighted average returns a number that depends on the variables of both value and weight. So for example, if we look at this picture, this crosstab, and we see the different levels of students who could respond and the number of respondents. A weighted average will take into consideration the number of respondents when determining overall satisfaction levels within the university. The weighted average formula equals sum product, parenthesis. First, you want to highlight the weight, so in this case, the number of respondents, comma, and the percentages, parenthesis. Now, if you see, because we don't have number of respondents as percentages, but rather raw frequency, we need to kind of create a equalizing level between the two data points. So because percentages are with satisfaction levels, we need to divide this formula by the number of respondents again. You won't always have to do this with weighted averages, only if your numbers are on different formats. So after the parenthesis, divide the sum formula, and we want to divide by the sum of respondents. Hit enter. Now, let's say for simplicity, we just want to drag this across. However, when we drag it across, it doesn't anchor to column C. So to anchor it, we want to go back and put a $sign in front of the C and the 4, the C and the 7, and again in the sum formula. The C, the 4, the C, and the 7. Now we can drag across and it will automatically calculate. So this is your weighted average of all of the participants who said they were satisfied. You can also do this with things like figuring out grades. So if your grades are determined by 60% test grades, 30% homework, and 10% participation, you can use a weighted average to do so.